So guys, welcome back to the forest. It literally feels like forever ago since I last said that, but we are back. And we are now in version 1.10. Now for those that haven't seen the trailer that the devs released before the update, there is a lot of new stuff with the game. Some really weird and some really cool. Now yesterday, as soon as the update dropped, me and a few friends jumped in. We jumped into a multiplayer game as well, just to make sure it was working in multiplayer. And we went around to try and find some of this cool stuff, which we did. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you guys these cool locations and where to find everything. So I'm going to jump on the trusty raft and we're going to head out to the first location. Here we go. That still gets me every single time. You see that on the hill over there? I'm just going to stop. See that on the peninsula? I always think that's Virginia just stood there waiting for me, and it's actually the top of the yacht. Every time. Still gets me to this day. Okay, so we made it to the first spot. Now, you guys would have already seen the first location because I will have put like a map on the screen so you guys can see the exact location and how to get to it. Now, it is a little bit more difficult at night time, but we've managed to find it. Now, when you know you're in the right place, you'll see this like floating wood, almost like a plank just on the top of the water with two yellow ties on either side. That signifies that there's something underneath. So that's what we're going to take a look at. Let's throw the rebreather on. Just a quick heads up, you will need the rebreather. Let's go. So the first thing we're actually going to is one of the brand new cave systems. Alright, so once you've made your way down through that first system, you'll find an area where you can surface. Now, I would strongly recommend, guys, because of how cold you get when you're wet in this game, you build a fire because you're going to need it. But this is the first area where you can surface, so just take a couple of seconds, get some heat back, and then the second section is just there. It literally looks like a miniature sinkhole, and it's quite a way down too, so here we go. I was cutting it really close with the oxygen last time, but I've replenished it for this one, so here we go. And this is where you'll find one of the newly added structures to the game. Now, it is kind of loud as well. They've always had that problem in the cave system. I don't know why it is excessively loud. I'll lower it down for you guys in editing. But this is the first thing you'll find. Now, I'm going to show you guys a quick clip of when I first came across it so you can see what's actually on this kind of stand thing. But when you first see it, you're like, what the hell is that? I'll tell you guys, it's a roller coaster. I wasn't lying there either. It's genuinely a roller coaster. I have no idea why they've added a roller coaster to the forest. Now, in my opinion, I don't really like it, but I'm all for things in games which you can have fun with. So I'm definitely going to play around with this, which we have, and I'm going to show you guys what we made. But I just found it so weird. Of all the things they could have added, they added a roller coaster. But it does put a big smile on your face, as you'll see when we get back to the main camp later on. There's also a case here as well, which I'm assuming has another suit or a costume in it, but I didn't bother opening it. But yeah, a roller coaster. And you can actually see here as well, use the turtle shells to go down it. So it tells you exactly everything you need to know. Listen to how loud that is. Devs, it's a little bit too loud. But all in all, I mean, I just know there's going to be a load of people that build some insane coasters, and based off the one we've made, which isn't big at all, it does take quite a lot of logs and sticks. So they're going to have to be a little bit patient with this, but I'm guessing it'll be worth it. Cool little model though. Okay, so that's the first cave. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be a brand new pickup, which is a weapon. So I'll see you guys once I make it back outside. Oh my god, you scared the living crap out of me then. Now you've got to die. Be honest, guys, how many of you got jump scared off that? I know I did. Okay, so if you guys didn't actually pick up on where I was just then after that jump scare, I'm right next to where the anchor is, next to the peninsula, and what you want to do is you do want to make a raft or something because there are sharks in the game now, which I completely forgot from the last time I played. But once you're here, there's another cannibal coming in. A little bit too late, buddy. But straight from the anchor, you want to head out to one of those small cluster islands, which are just off in the distance. And there's a new, I guess, structure on them, which I think is really, really cool. So once we get over there, I'll show you guys. And this is it. Look at how cool that is. You guys probably will recognize this from the trailer, but it's an old, broken down ship. I think the term for this is galleon, but I could be wrong with that. But even so, look how cool that looks. It's not really in the best light, so you can't really see. Look at that. It's like the spine of a ship. Now, if you come to the front of this section, you can see the brand new ammo for the new weapon we're about to get. Now, I don't want to pick that up because it'll just drop it. I don't have enough space. I'm completely full up on the ammunition. But this is something that I've asked for so long. And I know I've said it a million times, guys, while I've been playing The Forest, especially the series, but it genuinely does give the island more character, more of a backbone to the storyline. Now, I think if you look underwater here, this is what you would have seen from the trailer. We're about to head down there now. I've actually positioned the raft to where the actual floating wood is, where you can drop straight down, but I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put the rebreather on and we're just going to swim right along the belly of the broken down ship. Here we go. So again, guys, this is the sort of thing you want to look for. Once the water washes over it, you'll see it just looks like a plank with two ropes tied at the end of it. It kind of just lets you know there's something at the bottom of it. Now, a quick tip on how we found this was somebody was actually on low graphical settings while they were playing, and it just enabled them to see much further into the ocean and deeper into the ocean than we could. So a quick tip, you want to find these things really quickly, then just turn your graphics settings to low. But we're actually going to go down into another cave system which is hidden with the ship. So here we go. Now, one of the things that kept cropping up yesterday between me and friends, especially seeing as though we were doing a lot of swimming and scuba diving yesterday, was I hope sometime in the future that they add some kind of scuba goggles so you can see clearly under the ocean and in the water and stuff, because just that blurred effect, it just gets a little bit boring after a while. So hopefully somewhere down the line they do add scuba goggles or some type of goggle that you can use. But we're heading into the cave system, which is underneath the ship, and look at this. I still to this day get super excited over the new cave systems. As you can tell, we've already been down here, we've got some more ammunition here. And if you're looking for the brand new weapon, it will be placed just there. I actually thought something was down here for a second then, but the new weapon will be right there, as you guys are probably seeing on the screen right now. But also, not to mention that, look at this cool little picture or poster that they've left behind. I'm guessing that was the ship. Okay, there we go. You guys can actually see what's going on now, but look at the detail in this cave system. One of the things that will stay with me forever while playing The Forest is when you actually finally discover these cave systems and things that are in them, especially things that relate to the storyline. You never forget them, and you really feel like you're involved in what's going on, and they did such a good job with that. But once you make your way down into this cave, this is what you find. Finally, they've added a crossbow to the game. So many people were saying that this was a good fit for The Forest for so long. But my opinion, and this is me being completely honest, I prefer weapons that you can craft with things that you can find around you. I just think that's a much cooler idea than finding a pickup. Although in this instance, like an old style ship, and maybe a weapon that in that time that people would have used is really cool, but I just think it's so much cooler when you can fashion them yourself. But this is it. This is the crossbow. And we're definitely going to test this bad boy. You're going to have to trust me on this, guys. I haven't fired a single shot with this. I wanted to test it with you guys. Alright, so that's cave number 2. Now we're going to head over to cave number 3. Okay, so the third and final cave system is pretty much in the middle of nowhere, but the best marker that I could tell you guys is just the containers on that side of the beach. If you head over to the right in between these two clusters of islands, you'll see another one of these dead giveaways. And it's time to head into the cave. There we go. Our first surface. We'll just get rid of the rebreather. Get rid of that for a second. Grab some light so you guys can see. So when you come into this cave system, you'll see these really weird pages just everywhere. Look, there's one stuck on the wall. There's one on the floor here. This is just a lamp that somebody set up. But look, there's more here. There's actually a pickup that is here. I'll show you guys real quick of one that we found yesterday. And then you can actually head down this rope into an even weirder spot. Let's quick descent all the way down. As far as I can remember, there's no threats down here. There's no cannibals and stuff. I really do love the cave systems though. The way they've been designed. Look, there's more of these weird pages. Super loud again. It won't be for you guys because I've turned it down, but it's ridiculously loud. As it would be in a cave system, but look at this. Just pages everywhere. And I really can't quite make out what they say or what's on them. I thought yesterday when I was looking at one, there was like a face or something. And then it looked like writing. Let me know in the comments if you come across this, what this actually says. I'm sure if I spend a little bit of time, I'll see it. I can't actually pick that up though. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I had plenty of light for this because I'm sure this is what the majority of people want to make. This area right here in the center of where you can see those pages is where you will find the page to craft the glider. Once you've got that, you are good to go. So that's pretty much all of the cave systems, guys. Really unique. Every single one of them's got kind of its own feel. Especially this one. This one is just so weird. It can send you mad if you're down here long enough. But now what we're going to do is we're going to head back out. I'm going to show you guys what everything looks like in the book because I've already pre-built everything with my friends yesterday so I can show you all the things that we found when everything's put together. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so after the long journey we've made it back to shore, and this area right here, guys, is where I'm going to show you everything that we've pre-built from the things that we've found. So I'm going to show you the book first. If we go right to the end, you'll see this thing up here. Once you click that, it'll take you to the notes tab. Look at this. So the first thing that we can craft is a cross. Now, I have made this thing, or we all built it yesterday, but I still don't know what it does. I think it's just more of a thing to look at than anything. But it takes 48 sticks, 34 logs, and 18 rocks. It's really weird looking as well. I mean, I know it has significance in the storyline. I'm trying to avoid telling you guys the majority of what happens in the storyline because I know there's people that definitely still play the game and I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Second thing, you can make a coffin. Now, I'm going to show you something about this which they definitely need to add, but only takes 1 stick and 11 logs. The third thing is a church. You can actually make a church in the game. What? 5 sticks, 82 logs, and we're going to see what all this looks like in a second. The next page is the glider. This thing is so cool, and it really does look cool as well. There's one really weird thing about it, which again I'll show you guys in just a second, but look at the actual artwork for this. They've gone off like looking like a bat, like the wings and stuff. Some random eyeball there with something on top of it, some kind of insect. But look, you can see, like there's diagrams and stuff. They were working out how to get flight from this. But yeah, the glider, 32 sticks, 6 bones, 8 rope, 2 arms from the cannibals, 8 rabbit skin. That's going to be a bit of a pain for you guys. You're going to have patience with this because the 8 rabbit skin took me a fair amount of time to get unless you're already stocking it up. And then the 1 head from the cannibal. The next one is this thing. When we saw this, we were kind of in shock that they'd added it to the game. But pretty much everyone that I know of, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video, if you do play the forest, have built this at one time or another. Just a massive tower. Just a huge tower. And you guys can already guess what the reason for it is. You climb to the top of this, you jump off, and you glide to your heart's content. 22 sticks, 317 logs. Now, with that being said, definitely get the chainsaw, guys, because it will be a long, long time before this is built otherwise, especially if you're doing it on your own. Okay, so this is the cross that you guys have just seen from the book. Now, as far as we can tell, we tried and tried yesterday, believe me guys, we tried for a long time to see if we could attach anything to this. Unless we're doing something wrong, we can't find a way to do it. I mean, at this point, I'm just thinking it's just something to look at and something cool which goes in addition with the storyline. But again, no spoilers from me. Let me know what you think of this thing. It definitely looks cool. Like, it's got its own style and stuff, but it would be so much cooler if you could attach things to it. You guys already know what I'm talking about. But this is the church. Now, I didn't think I'd like this, but once it was built, it actually does look really good. There's just a few things that they definitely need to change. The same with the coffin, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. But we slowly raised it off the ground a little bit to add some stairs. And this is the inside. Now, as far as I can tell, again, you can't lock the door on the church like you can on some custom buildings. But look, we got some pews. Again, one thing we were disappointed about is you can't actually sit down. Devs, you need to add that so you can get some stamina back just by sitting down in the church. At the front, we've got like a lectern so we can just say things to people. Someone said yesterday, class is in session. It is. It's very, very cool. But I mean, you can't save in it. You can't sleep in it. You can't sit down to get rest. Hopefully they'll add that further down the line. And this is just like a quick addition so people can build it. But I mean, even there at the top, it'd be cool to just stand at the top of that if you wanted this as your base, you know? I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but this is the glider. Look at it. We got the hands on the side. We got the head. We got the rabbit skin. It really is such a cool thing. We are going to go to the top of that tower over there, which we have made, and we're going to jump off it in just a second. I just want to see if I can find any cannibals so I can shoot them with the crossbow. There we go. Okay, let's test this bad boy. Okay, that's one shot. It wasn't a headshot. He's hurt, though. I think I hit him then. Yep, I caught him in the ribs. That's 2 shots with the crossbow bolt. You running off? Oh, he's hurted. As far as I can tell, this thing flies out of the end of this crossbow. You can hardly see where the bolt ends up. Look at him, he's gone. Okay, so this time I want to test to see how many hits it does to the chest. So there's one. I don't know if this... I don't think this is the same cannibal. 2. 2 shots to the chest with the crossbow? Okay, this might be my new favorite weapon. Oh my god, this thing just absolutely annihilates anything in its way. Stay still, rabbit. Stay still. Accept it. There we go. Please tell me I can claim those bolts back. Wait, can I get them? Okay, there's one. They're like gold, these things. You don't want to give them up. It's like when you first find the flintlock pistol and you come across the pellets. You just don't want to run out of them. Okay, so I've just been doing a little bit of playing around with the cross, and you can attach things to it. As you can see, I've attached a ceiling skull lamp, so you can decorate it a little bit. I wonder if that'll work with how I used to do it with the effigies. I'm going to have to do a little bit more playing around with this. Oh, the bird's coming in. Hey, little buddy. Long time no see. Go on. Be gone. Now, I bet you guys thought that I'd forgot something from the book. Well, I didn't. I was just waiting for daytime to come around. Let me show you guys real quick. We go to the notes, go all the way across. There's one more that was waiting, and that one is the coaster. Now, as I said down in the cave system, you just use the turtle shell to slide down on these things, and as far as I know, you can customize any which way, shape, and form you want this to be in. But I'm not going to do that because we built just a test one, which is going off the edge of this cliff. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at this. And straight out into the ocean. We made ourselves a massive water slide. Oh yeah, the amount of things you're going to be able to do with this as well. Like I said before, you're going to be able to build some really, really crazy designs. I actually really like the look of it. Now, I will admit, I don't think it fits into the storyline at all, but like I mentioned, I'm all for having fun with things, so, I mean, I'll definitely get used to it, and I'm sure once I build something and put the effort into it, like something huge, I'll really appreciate it a lot more. Alright, final thing. We got to do some gliding. Okay, this is actually going to be a good test. So I've just found a Virginia just wandering by my brand new church. Get the hell away from me, you long-legged freak. One headshot. Okay, she doesn't seem to be... Oh, you do it. There's two. I gotta get my bolts back. Been having way too much fun with this thing. I love that reload animation as well. There's three. This is going to actually take her down in 4 shots. 4 shots. That's how quick you can take a Virginia down with the crossbow. Holy crap. So I think it's about that time we head up this beast and fly off into the sunset. Right, let me grab it. Now, the one thing that I found hilarious about the glider, I mean, look at the shadow, but if you look directly up, you can see straight up the throat hole. And now that I've said that, anyone watching this video, you're never going to be able to unsee it. So you guys can suffer with me. All right, let's go. Let's go up the tower. This thing looks really weird as well. It's like thrown together. I did attempt, like I said before, I did attempt to make one a long, long time ago. I mean, there's certain things on this that you're not going to get in one U build, but it just looks, I mean, and it's kind of leaning at an angle as well because of where we built it. But I do like it. I mean, it is something cool that anything that they add in terms of buildables and stuff. Is it snowing? It is. Anything of buildables and stuff that they add to the game, you can always come up with really inventive ways. Look at this. Get a free ride. You can come up with really inventive ways of attaching them onto a base build. So it's always cool stuff that they add. Don't think the one thing that I remember through recent memory was the lift, the kind of pulley system. But after a short while, that did end up breaking pretty much my whole base. It's so quiet at the top of this. And there we go. Here's the wind kicking in. What can we see? You do feel like you're on the top of that mountain, which is something that I am going to take a look at as well. I believe they've changed certain areas around the map. Get off here, birds. No free ride for you. All right, so here we go. So the way that I've been doing this is you just want to run. Oh, we're getting cold. You just want to run and then right click. Now the controls are inverted. So if you're playing on mouse and keyboard, I believe S is to point up and then W is to point down. So here we go. Oh yeah, we're going. Look how cool this is. Now the trick to the glider is you want to try and keep as much momentum as possible. And I'll give you guys a quick tip. Do not fly over the ocean for the first time. I did do that, and I landed my glider pretty much right bang in the middle of the ocean. Luckily enough, you can kind of juggle it back to shore if you're patient enough, but it is a bit of a pain. But look at the distance you could cross. Safe landing. There we go. You can actually go, I mean, look at that. Look at the distance we've just covered. And I love this. Just more mobility in the game. Okay. This seems to be the perfect spot. What is that? What's that down there? That's one of the mutants, isn't it? Is it Armsy or something? Or is it Cowman? I think that might be an Armsy. What is he doing? Just floating. So we've got flying Armsies in the game now. What kind of crap is this? We learned to fly, so do they? I don't think so, Debs. Right, no more time wasting. Here we go. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, look at him. He's falling. It was an Armsy. Let's see if we can beat him down. Oh, yeah. Free dive. Oh, he's so cool. A little bit laggy, but we're okay. Oh, hey, Armsy. Look at him. He's trying to hit us. There's Cowman. There he is. Oh, he's still trying to hit us. Can we get on the top of this? Oh, yeah. We nailed it. That was awesome. So, look at all these guys down here. They're just waiting. They're just waiting for me to touch down. So I think, guys, this is where we're going to end. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like below. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you all in the next one.